All right, so what we'll do now is some people have started to arrive. We'll let everybody in, and as we do that, we might just run through a few introductions to see who's there in the room. So we've got a minute to go before we officially kick off. And all right. So for those of you that maybe haven't been here before, and those that have that maybe have forgotten, my name's Nick Cree, and I run the Business Owners Smashing It Online meetup, and so I'll be your host here tonight. This runs every Tuesday, and the purpose of the meetup is really to help small business owners and medium business owners with the tools, the strategies to help their online journey for growth and development. So one of the things I realised, well, not realised, but it's one of the things I see in business is that people start in business with a whole lot of passion, maybe sort of a lot of desire in there, and while that gets you started in business, it won't take you far in business. So it doesn't take long before that passion wears off if there's no money coming in. So we look at things to help you to generate money, to get your time back, and to really use some of the tools that are out there to help do that. So let's get cracking tonight. Let's see who have we got on here tonight. So feel free to unmute yourself and come and say hi. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and maybe what your business is.
Hello, Nick. It's Steve Sandor.
Oh, g'day, Steve. How are you going? Good
Very
to
well.
see you again.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Sophia, how are you?
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
I'm just over the border of Queensland, so I haven't got my passport issued yet. So I'm still a blues supporter. My business is called Inspiring Business, and I'm a management consultant.
Excellent.
Wow.
Are you allowed into Queensland yet, or are they still?
Yeah, I was. Funny, my very first physical meeting was on, what are we now? Wednesday? Yesterday. Yeah. First physical actual got out, went and had a coffee at a cafe with someone about business. So that was wild.
How did it feel?
Well, it took me 3 hours, so I wasn't very happy.
Oh, well, you've departed from the new norm then. So the new norm is not doing that.
Oh, well, we had plenty of conversations like this, so we felt it was the prime time to actually meet.
Actually go and meet, yeah. No, certainly sounds like a plan. I can't wait to do a whole lot more of that, even though I enjoy working at home and enjoy working in my office here. I am just dying to get out there and see someone and go and have a coffee. So if you're up this way, look me up.
I tell you, the Blackboard Cafe at
oh, that's pretty good.
Varsity Lakes, best coffee I've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty good there. It's very good. Yeah. All right. Well, who else have we got here? Sort of people sort of creeping in here. Just unmute yourself and say hello. Give us your business name and maybe where you're from.
Don't be shy.
Okie dokie.
Oh, hello, Donna.
How you going?
For you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Arnold. I'm on the Gold Coast, and I got a new title. It's a little bit nicer. I'm an online business manager. Worked in the admin management for the last 20 years, so now I'm doing it online. So if anybody needs a hand, whatever you don't want to do, I can do it.
Oh, I've got lots of that. Excellent. Well, welcome along again, Donna. Alrighty, who else do we have here tonight?
Hello, young Nick.
Hello, Nigel. How are you? Good to see you,
Yeah,
mate.
good, mate. Yourself?
Very good, very good. Been a while since I've seen your happy, smiling face.
You know, the joys of setting up a new business, Nick.
That's it. All right, who else have we got here tonight? Don't just unmute.
Hi, my name's
Guy.
Can you hear me? Yeah, hi. Stephen recommended I log in. He's been helping a colleague of mine and I, we are trying to basically get older people who want to exercise at home. So we're trying to look at ways we can support them, and yeah, basically see if we can make a business out of it. So kind of like you said before, we're in that passion / waiting for money stage. So
Excellent.
Yep. And just say, yeah, Stephen's been helping us get through the ins and the outs of setting up a business, and he recommended we also come out, have and see what you're doing.
Fantastic. Oh, well, really good that you're able to make it tonight. And certainly, if you've got all the passion and the desire, that's definitely the place to start the business. And hopefully tonight gives you some tools to make sure you can keep going.
Hi, I'm Raymond Blomfield.
Hi, Raywin, how are you?
Hi. I have dropped in once or twice. Haven't really committed myself. It depends what's on the agenda, really. And I was really interested in tonight's one. I thought that was really good. I'm a money coach. I help people handle their personal expenditure, help them pull out of debt if necessary, and just get their act together so they can get their financial dreams.
Excellent. Well, welcome along. And you're from Windy Wellington, aren't you?
I am actually, but
Oh, Wellington.
that was a very long time ago. I've been a country or two since then.
Yeah, that was my old stomping ground as well.
Oh, right. No wonder you
next
need
to me.
it short. You need it.
Funny. That's actually that's what we connected on, Nick and I as well. I grew up in New Zealand, and then I came to Australia around just in time for 2000 actually.
Oh, that was when I left.
Oh no.
Early 2001. Yeah. I went to England. Lived in England for 11 years.
Oh, England. Wow.
Australia. Yeah.
Do you have family there?
Yeah. There's some in England, some in New Zealand, some here. So the airlines, have a very happy customer.
Yes, I can imagine. Well, it's really good to have you.
All right, maybe sort of, one or two more, and then we'll kick off with some cool tools that I've got for tonight.
Hi everyone, my name's Debbie Small. Apologies for not having my camera today, so there's a glitch there that we will fix.
How are you, Debbie? Good to hear your voice anyway.
I have a business called Empowerment Point, and I'm a business foundation strategist. So to me, it's really important that the foundations of people's businesses are strong, because that way they can grow without having to fall apart in different areas as well. So we have two programs starting very soon. One is for new businesses to know exactly what they need before they start to make the mistakes that I did. And the other one is a 12-month program where businesses get to go through with experts in every part of their business. So, which is very, very exciting, and can't wait to get it going. So if anyone's interested, just get in contact with me. Happy to have a chat.
Excellent. Great to have you. And you'll be helping people that have access to the funding grants at the moment. Is that right? Have you got access to those?
I actually have an expert who is always on top of all of that. So yeah, if anyone wants to speak to anybody in regards to those grants, let me know and I will give you their details. There's two different types. One is for all the grants, and the other one is a gentleman that looks after research and development grants. And a lot of businesses don't realise when they try to do things differently, it's actually a really good thing, and they may be in line for research and development, and it's basically, it's tax taken off as well. So if anyone is interested in speaking to somebody, because you never know, you may be able to get grants, or you may be able to have taxes taken off that you didn't even know about. So yeah, please feel free to get in touch, and I'm more than happy to give you their names.
Fantastic. Excellent. Well, thanks for that, Debbie.
That's all right. My big thing is connecting with different people, and I'm all about a win-win-win. So if I can help people, it's a good day.
Excellent. Well, you're in the right place.
Thank you.
All right, and lucky last. Who's going to be lucky last tonight? And then we'll get cracking. 3, 2, 1. Chance is gone. All right. Well, let's get started and with the agenda for tonight. So let me just bring up our screen. All right. So Just to check that you are in the right place, this is the Business Owners Smashing It online meetup. And the first thing I'll ask you to do is if you pick up your phone and just go and check into Facebook, just to one, to let all of those people know that didn't register that they're missing an awesome evening. They should not be watching Netflix. They should be here on Zoomflix instead. So check into Facebook. Just open up your Facebook app and then click on where you'd normally post. You'll have a screen roll up from the bottom. One of the options there will be check-in. If you tap on that, and that'll bring up probably a whole lot of things that are near you. So if you don't see Business Owners Smashing It online, then just go into search and type in Business Owners Smashing It, and it should come up. And feel free to leave a comment and let people know that you're enjoying tonight and you're participating tonight. Feel free to tag me in or anyone else in that's here tonight as well too. And one of the reasons why we do this is that one, it's about sort of you having a record of what you're doing, but more than that, it's about creating a digital profile so that when other people are coming over to have a look and see who you are, what they'll do is they'll often have a look at the your about section, have a look at your photos, maybe have a look at your videos, and scroll down and have a look at some of the events that you attend as well too. So most people have on there, the cafes they hang out at, the casino they go to, or some of the places there that they probably shouldn't put up. But from a professional perspective, if you've got things up there that demonstrate that you're into your own professional development and business development, that's always a plus and a tick in the box there when people are deciding, who they're going to do business with, you or a competitor. So it doesn't hold. It's not a major thing, but it's just one of those little ticks in the boxes that people look at before they come through and contact you. All right, so if you check in there, and while you're doing that, I'll run through the agenda for tonight. So tonight's agenda is we've got some cool online tools. I've been researching some tools out there during the week, and so I've got some good ones for tonight. Well, hopefully they are. Then we've got Sophia Choi, who is with us tonight. And she is our guest presenter, and she's got a great topic and is going to be talking to us about social media, but a slightly different bent to what you may have heard before, in that she's all about data and how the data can help you. So before your eyes glaze over, I know that that happens sometimes when we go to the accountant. Sophia's sort of a bit like an accountant for social media, but don't let your eyes glaze over. Don't let that topic or the word data fool you, because this is the thing that really can drive your business and can be the difference between having a good campaign and having an exceptionally profitable one. And if you're not on social media, this is a great place to start as well too. We'll have time for questions and answers towards the end, and we do have a prize draw, and then we'll announce the next event before we wrap up tonight. So that all sound good to you? Just give us a thumbs up if you're happy with that. Fantastic. Excellent. All right, so let's move on to cool online tools. Actually, the first one, I've got a couple here that are not really tools, but these are items that I have been looking for a long time. And one of them is called a SleekStrip. So you know how for your phone there are things that were really popular with young kids, and one of them was called a pop socket. And a pop socket was the thing you could put on the back of your phone, slip your thumb around it, and it was easy to hang on to the phone. And the reason why that was so good was that when you're taking videos, then it gives you a stable platform. So I'll show you what that looks like at the moment. So on the back of that there, you can see that little thing here that pops in and out. That's a pop socket. It means you can hold on to it. So when you're doing your filming, then you've got a stable platform. I use it in bed while I'm reading so that my arm doesn't get tired holding my phone. So that's all well and good, but the problem is that trying to stick that into a car phone holder, it doesn't fit many of those. and it doesn't charge up on one of those QI chargers, you know, the wireless charging. So it sort of gets in the way. And I like this case because I could put a card or two in the back as well. So the SleekStrip here is the same sort of thing, except you can bend it out like that, slip your fingers through it, and then you can hold your phone that way. So it's the same sort of principle. But it's a lot, as it says on the packet, it's sleeker. So it means that when you pop it away, it'll fit on your car phone holder, and you can put it on a QA charger, and so you can charge it wirelessly. But when you've got it out like this with the band out like that, it'll also sit on the bench so that you can use it to watch any videos or read a book, as I do. So that one there I got from Indiegogo. So that was a what they call an experimental product, I think, a Kickstarter, where you on a site called Indiegogo.com. And so I back they call it backing it, where you sort of buy a product without knowing whether it's actually going to be made or not. So they do it to gauge some sort of interest as to whether there's enough or interest in the product for them to consider manufacturing it. And they'll have a goal, like they might want to get to $100,000 or $1 million of it being funded before they'll go ahead with the manufacturing. If they don't go ahead with it, then you get your money back. If they do go ahead with it, then you get the item. So that was one of the things that actually just came through in the mail the other day. So we'll pop the link for that Indiegogo in the chat, which I think it's there already. So JM's popped it in already. So it's at SleekStrip.com. All right, next one is to go along with that is something called a Goospery Sky Slide phone case. So and the reason why that's good is how many people here sort of carry around a wallet with them when they go out? Yep. Who carries a wallet and a phone? Yep. So with the this new Sky Slide case, you don't need to, well, certainly for us blokes here, we don't need to carry a wallet. I know it's different for people that are, your ladies have got a handbag, but for me, I'm pretty minimalist. So this case here, which is one that I bought the other day, is what they call a Sky Slide. So you can slide it out, and then inside there, you can put 2 cards in there. So the only cards that I have in there are my driver's license and a bus card, because they're the only 2 that we really need to carry. If you get pulled over by the police, apparently a driver's license photo on your phone is not good enough. You need to be able to present your license, and the same for the G card, the Go card up here. I know in New South Wales it's a wee bit different. You can just tap and go with your phones down there now. Hopefully they'll get that in New South Wales, and they can ditch that card as well too. So those 2 really go together. So those are 2 gadgets. They're not really apps. They're just 2 gadgets that I just happen to have picked up in the last week. All right. So let's move on to the more sort of app-related things. This one is one called Rocket Typist. So what Rocket Typist is it's a place where you can store snippets on your computer. So if, for example, you're typing the same block of text over and over and over again, then Rocket Typist allows you to create an abbreviation, and then if you type in that abbreviation, it automatically expands it to the entire text that you want to type. So an example of that is a signature. So if you're always typing out your email signature, then you can have a 3-word abbreviation, let's say SIG for signature, and as soon as you type that and hit space, it'll just fill it in with your entire signature. You can also use it for things like if you've got template text that you need to use in emails or in social media. So for instance, one of the template texts that I use is when we send out website proposals. Pretty much the emails are all the same with the proposal that we attach. So we'll put that into, put it into Rocket Typist. So then I can just write the abbreviation for proposal, and hit space, and it will just fill out the entire email. So I just need to write one word and it'll populate the entire email with the rest of the text. So good for quoting, good for standard text pieces. So if you think about the communication that you're using that is quite repetitive, then something like Rocket Typist is good because you only need to type out sort of a word or a phrase there, and it will fill out the rest. So it's a big time saver. It works on social media. So if you're on your social media posts, you can type out the abbreviation there, and it will fill in the rest. So it pretty much works on most applications on your computer. And this particular one also syncs with iCloud. So if you're on a Apple-based system, then if whatever you've got on your computer, it will translate through to your phone and iPad and other devices as well. So your shortcut snippets can be used on all of your Apple devices. So this one is Apple only. And for you people that use Windows as well, there is an alternative. And in fact, there's a few alternatives. So if you go to zapier.com/blog/text-expander-how-2, there's about 4, 5 or 6 different text expanders, some for Mac, some for Windows, and some that work on both platforms. So some of them come with a price tag. I think the price tag is less than $20, so it's reasonably affordable. But in terms of being a time saver, it can be a massive time saver and a good place to store your templated text, and so that your messaging you're giving out is the same message all the time, so you're consistent as well. So you can put in things like placeholders like first name. So you know, if you need to populate with first name, dates, those sort of things, there are macros you can have in there. Rips those out, a bit like a mail merge. So the sort of apps, they're called text expanders. So you can Google it as well, or go to this Zapier link to have a look at them. All right. Well, the next one we have here is. This one is called app.diagrams.net. Now, I was just creating the other day a flowchart, and it was really an organisational chart for my business. And let me see if I can just share the other screen here. Anyway, not that one. We want. There's so many share screens. Let's try and get the right one. Okay. All right, and we'll get to this one here. Okay, so here's the diagram. So what it is the app.diagrams.net has they've got a whole lot of templated flowcharts, and so this is just one of them that is a template which you can use as a starter. And the elements that are in it, you can move them around, and as you move them around, if they're connected with an arrow, the arrows will stay connected. If you need to add other elements, on the left-hand side here are a heap of elements you can just drag across, place it where you need it to go, and they have arrows as well, which you can also drag between items. And if you want to put text in there to describe what it is. And so you can build up a flowchart. Now you can use it for organisational charts. You can use it for flowcharts. One of the uses we had for it this week was customer support. So just thinking out our customer support process and who was involved in all the various steps of our customer support. So it can be helpful if you're creating a systems and procedures manual, or training new staff, or if you're setting up in business, you've got a new business and you need to map out some of your systems and procedures. So so the maps in here, they connect up to your Dropbox, Google Drive, and a number of cloud storage places. So once you've finished it here, and you can hit the share button on the top right hand side here, and it will allow you to share it out with other people. So you've got a link that you can share with other people. Then if you go to File Save, then that will save it to your predestined destination. So for me, it's in Google Drive, it'll save it there as a document which can open up in this application, but you can also export it out so it saves as a PNG file or an image file or a JPEG file. So you've got a number of different formats that you can save it in as well too. So that one there is called app.diagrams.net, and we'll drop that into chat as well. It's probably already there. All right. The next one is, now this just came across my email the other day from a colleague of mine in New Zealand, in fact. And she's a speaker on the world stage. She organised the women's conference over here recently up at the university in Queensland, and she's been organising those throughout the world, but that's been put on hold due to the current circumstances that we're in at the moment. So there is a virtual summit out there which has been held in Los Angeles. The fact that it's been held in Los Angeles really doesn't matter. It's virtual, which means it's going to be online. So they're running this online, and they're taking applications for speakers to come and speak at this event. So if you're looking for places to speak, this virtual expo, which is the theme of it, is the Best You Expo. It's a personal development expo for everyone everywhere. And they're looking for speakers here. So if you go to the site yourbestyou.com/US/speak, there's all of the information there is on the event is there, and you can then go and book your speaking slot. Now it's not free, so it is a pay-to-pay speaking gig. You potentially, I think the audience is somewhere around 40,000 people there. Obviously not all of them will be on at the same time when they stream it, but it's about $500 Australian, I think it is, to speak at this expo. So if you're looking to do business on a more global platform, or it really doesn't matter where your clients are, so if you're a service-based business or a digital business where it's not necessarily physical product based, then this could be a good way to expand outside of your locale. So that's thebestyouexpo.com. All right, and the last one today is this one is a book that I've been reading. In fact, it's not really a book I've been reading. It's a book I've been listening to on Audible. I came across it the other day. It's called Rocket Fuel, and the premise of this book here is that an organisation with an entrepreneur at the helm actually needs two people at the helm. So one of them is the entrepreneur, and I know that my two team members on here, I've got two of my virtual assistants on here, so say hello to Lorena and JM, give them a wave. But entrepreneurs are typically these people there who have a big vision. They've got lots of ideas. They change direction regularly. So this week they have one idea, and they're absolutely 100% committed to it. Go for it, hell for leather. And then next week something else comes along which grabs their attention, and what they had last week just doesn't quite get it past the finish line to be completed before they're onto the new project. And entrepreneurs are known for being able to flip from one project to the next project, and that's to the great sort of frustration of staff that actually work with them, who say, can't you just get something finished so we've got something to focus on? Anyone relate to that? Because I certainly can. Rocket Fuel talks about every business needs to have an entrepreneur that's got that vision. So they call the entrepreneur the visionary. They also need someone else who is the integrator. Now, the integrator is sort of like a general manager, CEO type of role, and the integrator is the person that takes the ideas that the entrepreneur has and carries it through and executes it and implements it through to completion. So they make sure that the staff need to do what needs to get done, that the resources are there, that they've got systems and processes in place, and that the business is able to deliver on the idea that the entrepreneur has. And it's not the entrepreneur has bad ideas or is a bad person for not finishing it. The reason why they're an entrepreneur is they've got so many ideas and so many visions that they need someone there who's an integrator who gets in there and actually just gets things finished. And often the integrator will slow things down a bit as well. So an entrepreneur will get frustrated sometimes with an integrator because they've got a new idea and to implement, but the integrator is saying, hang on, we haven't finished the old one yet. How about we finish that one first and then we'll move on to the next one. We'll just park it and then we'll move on to the next one. So, so businesses that have an entrepreneur and an integrator typically are very successful businesses that go from a small business just floundering from one idea to the next to being some quite large and scale businesses. So a classic example of a business that has an entrepreneur and an integrator is Virgin. So Richard Branson is an entrepreneur and he is, sort of has ideas a million. So how many Virgin products and businesses out there do you know of? There's hundreds of them, literally. He's got a friend of his who's been in business with him for as long as he has. So Virgin was a partnership, and look, I can't even remember the guy's name, but he was an accountant. He's the integrator that makes everything work. So when Virgin Airlines came along, Richard had the idea. It was his partner who was the integrator that actually made that idea happen. And there's plenty of examples in business when you look at some of those large companies of businesses that have an entrepreneur and an integrator. So, so one of the things you might consider as you're growing your business is, and you're the visionary, is to look for someone who is an integrator that can help to execute and implement the ideas. So, and there'll be people here, I'm sure, on tonight's session who will know that they're an entrepreneur because they know they're the sort of people that start things and never finish things. And there'll be other people here that will know that they're an integrator because they're the ones that spend their time getting things finished. They may not have a whole lot of ideas, but they carry things right through to completion. So if you both know who each other is, then you're an ideal partnership to be able to work together in business. And you won't just double the business, but it's more like you'll go 5 times, 6 times, 10 times, you know, the scale of the business. So, so that book there is available on Audible and it's available on Kindle as well, or on Amazon, and it's called Rocket Fuel by Gino Wickman and Mark C. Winters. So well worth getting and well worth reading. It's only a small book, but the ideas in it are definitely worth listening to when you're in small business. All right. So that's the apps and tools and whatever for today. So all of those were popped in the chat. So you'll find chat in the toolbar on Zoom. Just at the very bottom, you'll see one of those icons says chat. If you click on that, that'll open up the messages, and you can see all the links in there. So in there, you can feel free to introduce yourself, put a link to your website, all that sort of thing, so people know who you are. And towards the end of the evening, you may want to save it. So rather than having to remember those links, when you've got chat open, at the bottom right-hand side, you'll see 3 little dots there. Now, those 3 little dots, if you click on it, will bring up a box there, and one of the items in there is Save Chat. So if you click Save Chat, it'll save it to your computer, and you can come back to it and click on the links and be able to look at those at your leisure. So you can save it now, or you can save it later on in the evening, but just make sure you save it before you leave tonight. All right, hopefully there was something interesting there in you. Maybe just pop into chat there. What was your favourite tool, book, or favourite part of what was in that section there? All right, and while you're doing that, oh, we've got Nigel is, you're an integrator as a handyman. Thank goodness for that. We don't want handymen that are ideas people that never finish anything. All right. Okay, the diagram tool. Love the diagram tool. Yeah. Paul, definitely, you are definitely an entrepreneur.